One of my favorite places is Bali in Indonesia. Bali is so beautiful and has a very particular musical culture, with mostly the Balinese gamelan or the Balinese Cegok orchestra. A friend of mine runs a Dolby Atmos studio on Bali, and we immediately knew we had to record something there. We wanted to work with traditional Balinese music, but with a certain twist and our own interpretation of it. So we got in touch with a gamelan ensemble that plays in between contemporary and traditional performances. We really wanted to bend the rules of the regular playing traditions. For example, by playing the gangsa kantilan with cello bows or using unusual hammers like rubber balls on sticks to create something like rain textures and different other experimental sounds. Bali is a very spiritual place, and there were always priests involved during our recording days. We recorded the single notes in a very specific way, to capture them more like a performance, because there's a difference between playing a single note and let it ring out, or if you play them in a row of notes where the instrument is already ringing. The metallophones like the kantilan got played in pairs during the recordings. And there's a certain reason for that, because they are slightly detuned. So when both players strike the same note, you get this inner movement between two close pitches competing against each other and creating the sweeping effect like a wow 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 kind of resonance. In no other sample library I've heard this sonic quality before. I was particularly excited to capture the Cegok orchestra. I don't know if you have ever seen these kind of instruments before in your life, because they're very rare, and I don't know any kind of sample library capturing these instruments. They are custom built by a Balinese family over generations, and they are really huge. The instruments are made out of bamboo and span a range from very low notes up to something like the alto register, so they are never too high. As far as we know, no sample library has ever captured this instrument ensemble before. What I love most about this project is bridging these traditional instruments from Bali with the experimental modular design of our instruments that we built in FFOSSO, like the thread sequencer. Sequencers are usually linked to electronic music, but here the idea is to connect this electronic approach with instruments with such a handmade identity. It's not so much about preserving the sound exactly as tradition dictates. It's about transforming these kind of sounds and using them as colors, giving them a new life through an intuitive, playful interface.